Hi, good evening. It's been a while since I've come back in front of the camera. Kind of a sabbatical, if you might want to call it that. But do you notice where I am just now? I never thought I'd do this, but I'm actually way out in farmland. Absolutely quiet, serene. I mean, if you look at it, there's no concrete building anywhere. It's just wood, tin, asbestos. That's it. Plenty of greenery and lots of animals. Well, what do we expect? It is in the farmland. But the point here I'm trying to make is that when I didn't realize, but I somehow said yes when the opportunity came up to come into this area and spend a night actually with one of the folk over here. And I came with a blank slate, no expectation, nothing. And it's a paradigm shift, literally. Those of us staying in the city with the comforts of the AC and the cars and home delivery and everything else, out here it's exactly the opposite. Yes, some of them, because of the heat, do have ACs running in their homes, but otherwise it's just wood, tin and asbestos. The kitchens are outside, they don't have kitchens, but everything is done with so much of happiness. Whether they go and get grocery, whether they are cooking, whether they are cleaning the compound, whether they are taking care of the sheep and the cows and the chickens, and all of them are moving around. The chickens are roaming around the entire place. There are little dogs and their puppies which are roaming around. Everything is quiet. Everything is synchronized. I mean, you'd hear a tractor now and then. You'd hear a lawnmower, not a lawnmower, but one of those dredging machines now and then. But nobody is screaming, nobody is shouting, there's no honking. It's all very, very peaceful. Now, to somebody who comes from the city where they're used to the loud noise, the honking, the booing, and the yelling, this sounds very different. And somehow, it's like if you have a blood pressure which is bouncing like that, it automatically comes onto a plateau. I mean, there's no effort required. It just settles. And you feel that sense of calm. You feel that sense of connectivity to nature. Something which I feel personally that we are way, way behind when it comes to being in touch with nature. I know a lot of people who leave their corporate world and go and start farming. They have their reasons. But I'm sure one of the main reasons is to get in touch with nature. The fresh air, the leaves that you touch, what you see, the earth that you touch, the water that you get from these places, it's something very different. It's a reminder that we are a part of creation. And all of us who come into this world will ultimately leave. The question is, with what quality of life do we live? How much are we able to adjust and adapt from the luxury that people are used to, or we are used to absolute rustic ways of living? It is when you find living rustically difficult that you will realize how far you've elevated yourself superficially. It's not reality. Reality is when you have both your feet grounded on the earth. That's when you're connected to creation. That's when you're connected to the 5 elements of nature. This is something that I'm feeling ever since I've come here in the afternoon. It's a little village area in the back and beyond, but it's amazing. It actually churns up a lot of thoughts inside you. You start questioning things about yourself, about how you've been living. But that's what it does. That's what nature does to you. It brings you back with a thud and says, think, my friend, what exactly are you doing with yourself? And how are you living your life? What's the quality of your life? Those are the questions that are going on in my mind as I'm talking to you. I mean, even silence has got music to it. If you can hear the twitter of the birds, rustling of leaves, it's beautiful. That's music by itself. Think about it and give it a try if you can. Go out into the farmland and see. See for yourself what it does to you. And be honest about it. I hope you try it as I have tried it. And it's an amazing feeling. You have a lovely evening.